would like to know why you think there's been such a rise in things like endometriosis for women.
It has, well, there's two things that are on the rise, and the question is, has it become more apparent and diagnosed, or is it actually on the rise? So we see PCOS is definitely being pushed out there, and there are more diagnoses of PCOS all the time, and endometriosis. The panel I was on, the Diary CEO, Natalie was talking about, it took 17 years for one woman to be diagnosed with endometriosis because the conversations weren't being had. The other thing is lack of funding. If we think about all the health research funding that's out there, especially in the States with the NIH funding, 1% is for women's health. And if you think about the 1% of all research funding that goes to women's health, and you have breast cancer, you have Alzheimer's, you have all these other metabolic and cardiovascular disease states, reproductive issues get pushed down. So the funding hasn't been there either. And so there's now a big push to have more endometriosis funding and PCOS funding to find out why, what's the cause, are there things that we can do to either prevent or help? And the same with Alzheimer's. I mean, we think about, just got back from the States, so excuse the stats here. 6 million people have been diagnosed with Alzheimer's in the States. Over 4 million are women.
Yeah, I looked at the stats the other day for an interview I was doing. Now I think it's 65 to 70. It's the highest rate of death for women is Alzheimer's or dementia.
And we know it's a sex difference disease, but we don't know why. And the research funding hasn't been there, and there's still very minimal funding. That's why we're having private companies who are coming out and pushing to have funding for women. Because we talk about, oh, well, maybe it's because women live longer, but no, it's not that. It's a metabolic problem for some. It's a plaque development for others. And if we're thinking about socioculturally around how we can stimulate the brain as well, it doesn't hold water. Just because you're a woman, you live older, you're going to get Alzheimer's.